doing well, I hope. Let's see if this starts. Or when it starts here in a minute. There it is. Okay. How is everybody doing? Welcome back, welcome back. I am going to pick up a little bit where I left off yesterday and do some of the things that I didn't get to. I ordered a 4mm driver from MIP Driver off of Amazon, which was delivered today. I actually ordered a few things, and another 4mm driver and a 3mm 1/4" speed driver. They sent the wrong thing there. Not so much that Amazon sent the wrong thing, but the wrong thing was packaged in the package. So I think they sent the right package, but it had the wrong tool in it. And another 4mm driver. They did come today, so I keeping one. I'm returning the other two. The 4.5, which I really don't need, will be here tomorrow, so we'll deal with that. I went to Amazon or A-Main and ordered a few things. I ordered some locked up from Amazon, or actually straight out of Locked Up RC. I ordered the scale bolts and stuff that I needed to finish up, plus for other things. I ordered an A-Main, a couple other drivers, a 3mm, a 2, and a 1.5 nut drivers. So I got instead of not just the 4, I have the 3, 2, 1.5 for the special things. But at any rate, I went over to Vanquish actually, and ordered the rings, the 0.8 rings, and a few other things. So I spent more money than I should have, but it was stuff I'm going to need to get this done, a few other things done. So I figured, okay, I'm going to do that. Come on. These things are kind of snuggy to fit in here right away. Rubber's getting caught in the ring is what's going on. There it is. There it slipped in. Now, let me make sure I got them right. That's that side, so that goes there. Maybe they're in that. Yeah. Finally found it. Dig in the right bag for a minute. Go ahead and go to my other. Is that one blurry again? Yep, it is. And it's choking up a little bit. Yep, finally moved over. It's blurry. A little choked up. I'm not sure why it's taking so long, but it is. Bring this down. Straighten that out. Okay. Dog. Get up here. So yeah, I gotta back up and get these wheels for the fronts put together so I can go ahead and install them. So I've got scale bolts coming to finish up the rest of the stuff I didn't have that I thought I did, but I didn't. I missed. That one there. So that'll get everything to where I want it to be as far as running spec ready. Then I'll have to go in and do all the other work that I want to do, interior and all that stuff. Make sure it's nice and snug on all three. Interior scale bits, all the parts. But I like to get this mostly in running condition today. I'll probably do a quick tear down when the rest of my scale stuff shows up. So I can turn around and do what I need to do with that. Okay. Back in here. Now I'll have rings coming. They'll probably be in next weekend, you know, Friday, Saturday. And SLW bolts I'll be installing instead of these pieces here. Those will be easy swap out when I put the rings around. Alright, so wheels are done. My fronts, my rears. Get them in the right spot. Yep, make sure everything's right on the treads. I did. Somehow or another I didn't pay attention and got one of these backwards. Alright. Let's see. This one. This one's backwards. Doop doo doo. My eyes lied to myself when I was doing this earlier. checked red. I did, but it wasn't looking apparently. Alright, now for the bets. Things to this. Pop this off. Actually, I don't even have to pop that off. I can take these off. Take the whole thing out. What did I do with those? In here, okay. Get the right tool. What's up, J-Man? How you doing? Yeah, getting that wrong. I looked at it, but obviously not well enough. So I'm gonna back up here and do a little bit of redo. I may regret this at some point, but I'm building it with scale hardware. Not really want to sit well anywhere. Now, like I said earlier, I'll likely be doing a rebuild here. Boy. Or another teardown, not necessarily a rebuild, but I want to add some paint and make things look a little different. Paint up the plastics on the tranny parts so it looks a little more scale instead of just black plastic. Oh, come on now. Put you back in here. So square and not slip. Okay, take you out. Pretty nice day outside. I should be doing something outside, but I'm doing this here inside. It fits a lot better on that though. I don't feel so bad using those now with this better driver. Okay, so there we go. Go. Now when I take the tranny apart the next time, I'll have all locked up RC bolts. So I'll be able to use the Vanquish driver and pretty much all that stuff to complement all the other RC bolts. These are the only RC four-wheel drive bolts I'm using right now. And like I say, I'll replace all the other ones with all of them with locked up RC when I tear it down. Like I say, I'm going to repaint. I think I'm going to do orange on the case cover. Might leave the center part black. Well, actually, I'll probably do it silver, aluminum, on the whole centerpiece, and then do this in orange too. And of course, this is in black. Oh, actually, that's all in black. So if I did all that in orange, and then my back spot would be in black, that'd be all right. But I could do it just these two front spots in orange, leave the Vanquish black. That's probably what I'll do. take these all off, paint them orange, and then put them back together with, I believe I got black bolts coming for it. I believe I do. Come on, get in there. Actually, I need to mark this side first. Okay, this one in the front. Alright, give my hands a break here and there. Doable. Okay, that puts that back together. Everything's tight. Yeah, because I'll use the black on these when I put them back together. This where the MIP drivers would be nice actually too. The speed drivers, I could load them up in my DeWalt. And certainly make that a little bit faster. Certainly make that a lot faster. I should say make this a lot faster. the old forearm workout. I do have to figure out a mount and placement for the dig servo still too. Okay. That's all in good position. It meets that easy from the bottom. Would have been a lot easier to take that off that way, but I need to do stuff anywho. Okay, we are done to there again. So at this point, I suppose I could go back and do bag E at this point. Bag C's done. Bag D, I'm still passing. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the shocks off of the optic because they are orange. Everything else is the same, already built with the nitride shafts and everything. And then I'll take these shocks and everything else and put those on the optic and have red accents on it. I did pick up an orange fill cap, two of them. One for the rear axle, which has the red in it now, and one for the other one. So I didn't use it on the back axle. I got rear wheel steer on the optic. So yes, I can bypass bag D, and we'll just go to bag E. And I'll change my title here in a bit. Back up, redo, bag E. Make it a quick, easy one. Looks like the front's the 65 millimeter. Oh, that's right. I still got a few things on this to do, don't I? Let me double check. I believe all those are tight. That's these ones. No, that's the other one. That's the 3 millimeter. So that's for the MIP 3 millimeter I was supposed to get today. And the speed driver would have come in handy with this stuff. Let me see what I can do with this. Now with that other driver, I don't think these are. These are 14s. I do believe these are 10s and 12s. Okay, but I got 14s coming. So they'll all get replaced. Every place I can put a scale bolt, make it work, not be an issue, I'm going to. So that's that. That's all got the scales on it. Okay, she's all good to go. So let's open up our get our spacer ring, and you absolutely want that spacer ring on there because that pulls the pinion back far enough off the ring gear that it won't end up binding the ring gear and the pinion gear together. I need my smaller one though, because they will bind together if you're not careful. If you don't get that spacer in there, because it just goes in and pushes, and there it is. Nice and smooth. Because if you don't, it won't be nice and smooth there. That will be a problem. Probably don't need it so much on this side, but it won't hurt it either. If you ever have a problem, you lose that one, well then you can turn around and get this one in there. But yeah, if you ever lose that shim, you don't need the shim on the back. But if you got one on there, guess what? You got a spare shim for the front or for the back for your axles, because you have to have one on there basically on the axle side. Just slight snug. tight. Okay. There is bag F. And on that note, considering I got bag F in there, I will call that one a finished position. Put these two over here with this stuff on that side for now. And call that video a video, and like I say, I'll relabel that for bag F. And we'll be good to go. Put this over here where it's less likely to have a problem. Pinched over there and didn't even realize it. There it is. Okay. Bag E, not bag F. Bag E. Now we're in the bag F. I can do bags E and F here. That'd make it easy. Because I do believe I've got these are the front uppers. Oop, no, that is the front upper and that is the front upper. The rest of these are all the same, well, except for length. The two are shorter. Rear uppers and rear lowers. Okay, so done. 3 by 20. They didn't have 20s. They do have 25s I was going to cut down that I ordered if I have to. Let me see how these 18s kind of look and fit. These are going to go in the front. That's not a lot missing. I think I can make that work. Oh goodness, why is that such a... Ew. I didn't see those. I see I'm gonna have to change a couple ball ends here, because these two got the wider spot in it. That's right. So I'm going to have a couple ball ends with additional standoffs on them. I'm going to have to find those and fix that. I guess this video is a little bit more of a longer repair video than I anticipated. We'll put those there, put those there. I'm going to have to fix that. The only two that are like that. Okay. So on the two inside, I guess it doesn't matter which two are which. See, they're all that way, so they're all pointing up. Not completely. It looked like it actually went together a little bit better than that one. That one, let's try it. I can just loosen that up a little bit. There, so let me see here though. I'm going to need that out anywho. Let's see. So I guess it doesn't matter which two I do. Do have to put them in the right way. Like this. Okay. Okay, there's one. And this is going to go like that. It's only the one. Okay, I know it's the two. So do that, do that. And they go to the inside. That's a rear lower one. That's why. Sure, I need all that engagement, but because 18 is going to give it quite a bit. That. Wait, no. That on that side, and then on that side, it's going to have to go the other way. Okay. Okay. Katie, what's up? What's going on, huh? I'm starting to get something happening. I hope not. I haven't seen you sick for a while. Okay. Yeah, let's get plenty of thread engagement. Okay. Okay. Here for a moment. It's 4x20. Now these are a little trickier to get into. Well, I guess they're not. Guess those are pretty much just as easy. I think these 18s will give me plenty of thread engagement. Right over a 1/4 inch. Reason it don't matter, these are all the same. Same length, same width. Let's see, I do have some 25 millimeters coming that I can trim down if I have to, but I think these 18s are going to be more than long enough. Do something here. Swap these two ends and see if it makes any difference at all. that side, so it should work out on this side. Nope. Good deal. Okay, so basically all I did was slightly rearrange a couple ends here. I think this one is one too many anyways. Ooh, tidy. Okay, now loosen this up a little bit so they roll smoother. Okay. Okay. Okay, bag F. It's not done yet, but we're close. These are 16s. I've got those. So bring these up. Let's get our phasing done. Okay, should be good to go just like that. Okay. I'm not going to use any Loctite at this point. I'll just slip them through, and that's going to be this driver, right? Nice and snug. Let's go ahead and put my What's up, Kurt? Yeah, I am putting in a bit of scale hardware. Pretty much everywhere I can, where it's feasible and not going to be an issue, hopefully at some point. Put in the scale stuff and make her look a little more scale, I guess. Can even do it on the cage, even though, you know, cage is supposed to be welded, but hell, it's, you know, got button head screws. So if I can put in a scale bolt and make it look better, at least a little more, shall we say, completed. Come on, get in there. There it went. She's a tidy. That is a 16 as well. Yes. You doing your live tonight, Kurt? Wasn't sure if you're going to do it because of Labor Day or not. It's all 16 in the back for the links. Those are 14s up top. Probably use 12s. Because I got 16s, 18s, and 30s. And then for now, M3 by 12s. But I am going to replace some of this. Right on. Yeah, I'm probably going to replace some of this. I ordered some this is RC4 dry stuff. This is actually locked up. I ordered a bunch more locked up RC. The scale appearance. I mean, the RC4 dry is kind of nice. It's got the bigger 14 millimeters, whatever they are here. They've got an actual bolt type head. Now these ones have the little flange type head, so I think these are, well, maybe these are 14. I don't know what the heck these are. I think these are 12s actually, where I got to use that MIP driver. Probably use those in there and at least keep it stable between the two types of bolts I'm using. Okay, so let's go to phase. Make sure everything's phased right. Goodness. Pop that off and take that cover off for now. Yeah, I thought it was at a pass up. Well, I was, because the 4mm driver I had was kind of I needed more scale bolts. Didn't have quite everything I needed. Tidy now with the servo and everything on the front. But I was able to get a 4mm from Amazon overnight, so that worked out. I was able to speed it up a little bit. But like I said, I realized I was missing some stuff or had the wrong stuff. I had 1/0 wheel rings when I needed .8s. So I ordered .8, so I had those, and the rest of the crap I needed will be here end of the week. Okay, go there. That's pretty good. Got to do these. Snug it up yet. Nice that I let them sit overnight, so they are nice and snug though. So I ain't gotta worry about my Allen heads loosening up and just falling out. See how much longer these are compared to what I need. They may be too short. This is actually calling for 14s. Yeah. How long are those 16s? Are they too long? They might be. Actually, that's not too bad at all. I think that'll work. Yeah, I figured if I'm going to build this damn thing, I may as well, why use button head? Yeah, little quirks here and there. It hasn't been much. I mean, it's just, didn't have the manual for a while, so I kind of blindly ordered scale bolts, and I waited, didn't open the box up until yesterday or Friday night, I think it was, or Friday morning, because I took Friday off of work. So, whoops, that's the wrong one. So I took Friday off, so I did the box opening, so I really didn't even get a chance to look at the manual per se. I didn't download it. I could have. Probably should have. It's going to have to be lined up a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Now I got to loosen this up. So yesterday was really when I had a better idea of what I needed for actual scale size as far as lengths and stuff. So that kind of threw me off a little bit, not knowing I needed the .8 instead of the 1/0 rings, so that threw me off a little bit. Few things here and there, but I'll have most everything I do need to redo the rest of it, at least as far as the rig itself goes, Thursday, Friday. Got some things coming from locked up, scale hardware and stuff. Or the rings and a few things from Vanquish, and then grabbed a couple things from A-Main for this and a few other parts, a few other rigs I should say. And I'll probably replace all the RC4 drive scale hardware with the locked up RC once I get it. So there it is. I even picked up some small 3mm scale bolts for the lockouts on the rear end instead of button heads. And yeah, I got a shitload of scale bolts and links, so I'm gonna use them. Probably run into the optic and start replacing a lot of those ones too. Now these ones, it says it wants 14mm. I don't think bad, but they both can probably be a little bit looser. Just a little bit snug. There we go. Let me do it that way. Okay. Okay. So let me go. Let's see what I've got here. These are 12s. It's asking for 14s. And I don't have any 14s. They didn't have any 14s. They did have 16s. I don't want to do that. These are all 12, but none of them been opened yet, right? That's what it looks like. That's a 12 too. Those are 10s. See if they're gonna work. Might not be long enough. I may end up having to trim a couple 16s down here. Put a couple bolts on, trim them down. We'll see. Oh, those go in there pretty far. That's in there not quite all the way, but pretty darn far. Oh, is that the same one? No, it's not that one. Is it this one? It's RC four-wheel drive. Nope, not that one. Yep, it's their 3mm head. So the other option is to take two of these 16s, and if they're too long, trim them down, because that's probably going to be too long. Let's So, I think I'd rather do that and just stick with using, right on this. Let's see, 4-wheel drive. Yeah, that could work out. I don't know if I've got a set of those. Well, I might have, just maybe not handy. I never thought about that. And I just got a Dremel that I'll use, but yeah, wire strippers will work out pretty well. I'm comparing it to that. It's pretty long right there. I don't need to be that short. Go a little bit out farther. Yeah, I don't think I've got, I could run out and check, but I don't believe I've got that thing with me. I think they're at work. My set with the other driver on it. So let me turn you in there, turn you in here. Go ahead and mute real fast because this is going to get loud and noisy. That mute. Okay, I can't mute that way, but I can mute you this way. There it is. Yep, it just popped off. I'm not sure why, but for some reason I get a few too many cameras going on this thing and it really chokes out. Go. Alright. Live with that. Those went in there pretty well. Is this the 16? No, this is the RC 4-wheel drive. Must be. Yep. Tell by the connector on it. That one goes into this bag here. Okay, you can go back over here. Junk on you. You back in, so the cover's back on. This around. I thought that's what it was. It's over there so far. Make sure it's off mute and take a listen. Yeah, it's off mute. Yep. Oh, yeah, I still got my mic way over there. Could probably turn that, make that a little bit better too by just, I don't know, bringing the mic a little closer to my face maybe. Hearing sound probably just got a whole lot better, at least as far as my voice goes, except for you have to listen to my voice, but I'm not a singer. Okay. Other than shocks, which, crap, I didn't realize that. Other than shocks, which I'll be taking off, the optic and flipping around here because they're all orange caps, orange rings, so Yeah, I had my mic about 1.5 feet, 2 foot away from my face, so it's a nice mic. So it picked up well from a distance away, but I gotta move everything when I'm done recording. I forgot to slide it back. Okay, now let me make sure we're in the right spot here. Nice straight up and down. Nice straight up and down. Okay. There we go. Now she's back together. Alrighty, bag F, other than shocks. So I think at this point, guess I could pop those shocks off, mount them on here. I have to use 18s because it's asking for 20s, but they don't have them. I ordered 25s, but the 18s look like they're going to be long enough. Let me take a peek here. That's a 16. Yeah, these are long enough. 18's fine. 18 will be fine for those. But let me think. I'll just have to build the other set of shocks to put them on the the optic. And other than the rebuild kits, which, okay, I'm not having any problem with leaking yet, or the new, I should say, the new O-rings and stuff for the optics, or the SAE 90 shocks. I've had no problem with leaking as of yet. At least I don't think so. dust. He'd been sitting a little bit. Haven't been out running. Been too busy working, building other things, and running oval right now. And yeah, probably pretty strong compared to what it was. Okay. Can just get those out there. Well, maybe. Make it easier and just pop them up. Okay. Well, maybe I lied. Maybe I do have some leaking going on already. Kind of looks like it here on this one. Some oil back here on a few things. She's been setting upside down so she's not on her wheels. Yeah, come on, get in there. Okay, go ahead and put the wheel nuts back on here so I don't lose them. Okay. Back there. Yeah, I lost a little oil. looks like this cap that's leaking. Cap or bleeder screw. I wonder if that thing got nicked or whatever. A little bit right at the end of the stroke. That one's losing a little bit more up high. I don't know what I got in there. Let me take a look. Come on, girl. All right. Some red. See what we got. $35 weight. That's what I thought I had in there. Let me take this and undo my bleeder cap. Put a little bit of mirror, a little bit of 35 weight in here. Probably have to get a hold of them and grab some shock fix kits. she do now? Better. Like I said, she's leaking. I'm going to have to get a hold of Vanquish. Get a few of the pieces parts. No. In the front, yep, got those going to the inside with 16s, and I got 16s. There's one. There's a couple 18s, right? Yeah, because those are longer than this one. And I'll need another 16. I feel like I want to tighten up in there. I'm not happy about that. Let me see. Ooh. Okay. Go ahead and send you out. Loosen you up. Okay. There we go. That should take care of considering what it wanted. Bag off. We'll see. Put you back here. It's a little remake. a little fix up, tidy up a few things that got missed, repair a couple things, not really repair, but replace a couple things, and then steel shocks, tighten up bolts. See, I'll be doing this again probably this weekend coming, because I'm going to turn around and when I get the rest of my scale hardware and a few other things, my rings and other things, I'll flip it back apart, throw a few things in here and there, and make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. And go from there. Okay. Back over here for the moment. Yep, we are at the cage. Most of these I'll be able to deal with on the outside, because I do have smaller scale bolts coming, shorter 3s and some 8mm, so just for these areas. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this break down. Go get some food, do a few things. What time is it anyways? 3 something, 4 something? 5:40. How long have I been on this one then? 2 hours and 27 minutes. Another 2.5er. Another 2.5er. So yeah, I'm gonna take a break, feed some animals, feed myself, and I'll probably come back later on this evening and jump in with another video. Trying to do some more work, finish her up as much as I can. But she is getting very close. There, your Ziploc so you can keep it. Come over here. Hit that one. It's going to take it a second to come over there because it's in a hold up. Yeah, I'll be on your live later on. I doubt I'll be live at that time. I might be, and maybe I'll just pop you on and start watching if I am. Well, come on. Where's my other piece? Let's go now. Get in there, give me a kind of a fake look before I head out. Come on, you slow ass dog. Told it to go to another camera, because that's choking out on me here. I thought it was my other cameras, these other cameras that I have, but it's not. It's still doing it. Doing it with the other creative camera now. I mean, I clicked that button 2 minutes ago now. It should have went to the other camera. Come on. Get it going, girl. Pain in the ass. Let me try this. Oh, there it finally went. There it finally goes. Tip it down a little bit. Kind of see it. Kind of see it a little bit. Gives you a little more of an idea. There. That's a little closer to where it's supposed to be. Not quite, but it's in the general neighborhood. But yeah, it's getting pretty darn close. Boy, I wonder where all my cat hair is coming from. Could never guess. But alright, yeah, that's it. I'm going to shut her down. Talk to you later, Kurt. You guys have a good one. Mir, whoever else popped in. I know there's a few other people in here. J-Man. Alright, let me see. I'm going to pop this back on here. Put you back in here. And on that note, we'll talk to you guys later. Hit that like, that subscribe, and that share button. And the all. Hit that all button so you get all the messages. I'll talk to you guys later on.